Welcome everyone. Well, today marks the beginning of a new month in Chinese astrology, and on the 7th of August 2025, we have entered the month of the monkey. And this is not just a simple transition, as you can see from this 4-pillar chart, but here is a double start, which brings some exciting things. Well, the energy of the month is Yang Wood Monkey, and the day we enter, it is a Yang Earth Monkey Day. So these two together are like stepping on the gas and the brakes at the same time. So what does this mean for us in our everyday lives? Well, in August we may feel strong desires, emotions and momentum, but at the same time there is an internal tension. You want to do something, but you're not sure if now is the right time or not. The wood element wants to grow and evolve, but the monkey is a very playful and unpredictable animal with its yang metal element, and the yang metal energy interrupts development as it cuts the wood with its excessive suddenness, or can suddenly turn things in another direction with really this sharp cut. The monkey also contains water energy, as you can see from the hidden earthly branches, which can refer to financial opportunities as well, as water is the wealth element this month, as you can see. And water means always emotional ups and downs, or overreacting, or things like overthinking. It is difficult not to be tempted now. The monkey suddenly brings these short-term tempting opportunities to take the leap, to make a decision. And this month is like when you are almost at the finish line, but it is very difficult to remain patient. Yet, this is the greatest test now in August, to wait or to act rashly. After all, the year of the snake urges us to be wise, and timing is important. Well, we know that the yin wood snake year is giving us the message to think wisely and wait our time to act. And because of this, you may feel a now or never kind of like feeling, but the chart rather says, I believe, that the right moment may not yet come. So imagine it as if two parts were pulling you apart inside. One part wants to develop, to move forward, while the other is still clinging to the familiar, expecting the comfortable and familiar parts of the old patterns, like stability, predictability, or like if you have a workplace, you want to have your stable salary and things like that, but you also want to move on. So this duality can easily cause tension within you. And of course, this is when the old patterns emerge and games, suppressed feelings, unfulfilled desires come up to the surface. In relationships, friendships, and even love, something begins this August, or I would say it could end as well. Maybe a new person can enter into your life, but an old relationship can come to an end as well, or dissolve by the new life situation you are just going into. Neither is good or bad, they just bring different qualities. The question is, I believe, is rather who you are now and who do you really need on your journey now. Another important fact that we may not notice at first glance from this chart, that a lot of water trines are formed in this chart. Well, we have the snake-monkey water combination, and it is not only a combination as we can learn from the ebooks, but also a destruction constellation. And on top of that, it is a punishment constellation as well, or we can call it as a fire mirror, which makes us particularly sensitive to overthinking, brooding, and even speculation or suspicion. And we have this dragon monkey double half water trine. It also creates a lot of water, which also reinforces the change, the relocation, and the emotions that arise with it that we experience. The abundance of water element as an element of wealth can bring financial opportunities. But if we are not careful enough, it can easily turn into emotional chaos or even cause us to drift too far along the path of others' desires. So pay attention to whose will you are acting according to. Is it social or parental pressure or your own inner compass? It matters. The wood element in us would move forward. Like it wants to dream, it wants to plan, it wants to evolve. But the emotional instability of too much water can hold us back. If too much water rots the wood, it is true that the water is a resource element for the wood, meaning it supports the wood, but not when it floods. And August now holds a lot of water element, as I have just mentioned before. And yes, there is that question again. Should you do something or should you wait a little longer? One part of the month longs for stability. This is the influence of the yang earth. While the other part of you wants to start, to explode, to innovate, and this is the yang wood. The two are not mutually exclusive, but in order for them to work together, you need your awareness, your attention. So what does this month bring to us? Let's look at a few areas in our life. Well, psychologically, inner turmoil, decision-making situation. In relationships, it can bring us power struggles, even if hidden ones, like things like that, who is right in a relationship, who is in control, or who is running away from the truth. Financially, opportunities are coming. The stars of the monkey, academic stars, these are like symbolic stars, they can spark an explosive, brilliant idea in you that could also affect your finances in a good way. But it will only be useful if you focus and don't rush into things. And at work, we can come into conflict with new ideas versus old systems. Whether you can close something in a way that you are truly ready for it. This month strongly marks changes in relationships based on honesty with yourself. If you live in dishonesty with yourself and not admitting things, even to yourself, well, it will show up in August. You don't have to think of big lies here. Just think about it. If a woman constantly cooks for her partner, but actually she hates cooking, then she is living a lie and not giving space to her own desires. And desires come into surface in this month, in August. But she does it for the sake of the stability of the relationship because of, I would say, expectations. This is just one example, but take a look at your relationships now. How honest are they? How much of a mask do you wear? They can be so deep. If you have been living a lie with someone, these relationships will most likely dissolve. But if you are honest, they will or they can transform into a deeper and a new phase of life. Well, in any case, a quality transformation of relationship will begin in August, that's for sure. In August, there may be too much thinking and cognitive reasoning. You feel like you want to understand everything, why things happen to you, like the branches of a tree. Imagine, you just want to see the big picture from above as a big tree. For example, after a breakup, you just ponder, why did they leave me? They didn't even love me. What was wrong with me? And things like that. But the more you overthink, the more you can fall into maddening mental chaos. The solution here is to shut down your mind and and put yourself in your imagination and your intuition. Then, when you shut down your mind, the monkey's young metal ideas and sudden enlightenment can almost break through. You can best support this on a physical level with yoga, kinesiology, or weightlifting, things like that. So just move your body. Then you can almost break through with yang metals, ideas, sudden enlightenment. If you switch off your mind, you can best support this really on this physical level. So do physical exercise in August. If you feel that you have read everything, examined events according to every methodology, and you are constantly thinking but are only becoming more confused, the solution is to let go your constant thinking and let yourself be in the imagination of your intuition. And this will help you get through August energies. Well, if you like this monthly forecast, just give me a thumbs up or share it with someone. It might help.